In this lesson, we're going to talk about Claude skills, which are one of my favorite and I think one of the most versatile and valuable uses of Claude. So basically, a skill is a workflow or a process that you save to Claude. So that way, whenever you need to go through that workflow or that process, you don't have to start from the beginning and tell Claude all of the details and all the steps that you wanted to go through because that process is already saved to Claude. So as an example, I built a newsletter skill for myself because I send a weekly newsletter out to my email list. And every week, even though the topic of the newsletter changes, there are certain things about the newsletter that stay consistent. So there's a certain tone of voice that I use. I have ways that I format the newsletter and that I structure it, and certain ways that I present a call to action to my newsletter, and even certain ways that I might open or close it. So I gave Claude all of those details and instructions, and I saved it as a skill. So now every week when I go to write my newsletter, I strategize with Claude about the topic of the newsletter, but I don't have to go through all of those basic things that are the same week to week because those things are already saved as a skill. So you can build your own skills in Claude for any internal process that you go through on a regular basis. And you can also build skills potentially for your clients or your audience to use. Like, let's say if you're a coach and you have a program where you teach your clients a certain process, you can build a skill for them that covers that process to make it easier for them to implement it so that they don't have to start from scratch inside Claude. The place that you find skills inside Claude is on the bar on the left. You click Customize, and then you click Skills. And this is where you would be able to see a list of all of the skills in your account. Of course, if you're starting from scratch, there won't be any there, but I'm going to show you how to add some. You can click on the plus sign and you can create your own. So there's a couple ways that you can create them. One is by chatting with Claude. So this is where you just describe the process that you want to package or save as a skill, and it will build out the skill for you. You can also write skill instructions. So if you click on this, there's this pop-up box where you put in a name, a description, and you would paste instructions here. So this is better if you're already familiar with how to write and structure instructions for a skill. But if you are not familiar with that process, I recommend the other option that I mentioned. I think this is a good place to go if you have created custom GPTs in ChatGPT and you want to take the instructions from those GPTs and put them into a skill in Claude. You can copy and paste the instructions here to create the skill. Then there's also the option here to upload a skill. So if someone else, like let's say a coach that you work with or somebody that you have purchased digital products from, if they have given you or sold you a skill that you want to add to your own Claude account, you would click here to upload the skill to your account. There are also a couple skills available to you here under Browse Skills. These are skills that are made by Anthropic, which is the company that makes Claude. So if you want to add any of these to your account, you would just click the plus sign. One that I like is the skill creator, which is meta because it's a skill that creates. So this can lead you through the process of creating a skill where Claude will ask you about the process or the workflow that you want to make into a skill, and you can kind of go back and forth to give it the information it needs to create the skill for you. So that's another option. Then you will have all of the skills listed here in your account. And for any one of them, there are a couple ways that you can activate or use the skill. One is within the skill itself. If you go to the three dots that are all the way on the right, you can click try in chat, and then Claude will activate the skill for you. It opens up a chat window and activates the skill for you. You can see that it has the backslash and then the name of the skill. So the other way that you can activate a skill is if you are in a chat box first, you don't have to go to the skills section. You can just start out in chat and you can put backslash, and then you'll be able to see all of the skills that you have in your account, and you choose the one you want. And now Claude knows to follow that skill within this conversation. And then the third way that you can activate a skill is by clicking on the plus sign and going here to skills. And again, you can see a list of all the skills you have in your account. So those are 3 ways that you can activate a skill once it's already in your account.